Welcome to episode 78 of Regen Rovers, where today we're going to be taking on Exeter City away from home in the league and Ipswich Town at home. We're looking for revenge against them because they've beaten us twice in the last 2 years in the EFL Cup first round, so we really do want to get one over them. It has been quite a remarkable start to League One for us. We are somehow fourth in the league after 6 games, which is pretty unbelievable considering we're the new boys in this division. Once again, we're expected to finish bottom, but we're exceeding all expectations. That's what the Regen Rovers way is, isn't it? We always exceed expectations and we're flying. But before we look into this in a little bit more detail, I would like to give a shout out to this chap Tommy, who's been a great supporter of mine over the years. It's a charity shout out, so I've put a link in the description below. This is his son Alfie, and he's going to be running, not Alfie, Tommy's going to be running from Colchester to Cambridge, which is a hell of a long way. I'll just show you. Look at that. That's well, it depends what route he goes, but I've gone for the old walking route here to work out which way. 46.2 miles. It could be long. It might be that way. Might be that way. If he really wanted to go a long way, he could go through Braintree to Bishop Stortford and up, but that would be mental. But he's going to be running. He's raising money for charity for his son. So it's a really good cause. So please check it out. Check out his GoFundMe page. There's a lot of money that's been raised, but there's still a long way to go to that 20k goal. So thank you for having a look at that. Anyway, let's get on with today's episode then. So, as I was saying, we've had a pretty unbelievable start to the season. In that first game, remember, we beat Bradford City 1-0 with a Charlie Loft's cracker. I mean, the least likely player to score that type of goal won us that game in front of 19,000 people. But we did unfortunately crash out of the EFL Cup first round once again against our fellow League One team, Swindon Town, 3-1. They took a 2-goal lead early on in the game. It wasn't looking good. I had to change a few things up. And Mohamed Yahya got sent off. And this was the problem I had with Greg Cross. He would get sent off and get yellow cards. I think Yahya is in a similar vein because he's got 17 on aggression. Although Greg Cross only had 8, I think, which was a bit strange how he always got yellow cards and red cards. He just probably wasn't particularly good at tackling. But I've still got high hopes for good old Yahya because I've seen him getting back to help defend the centre backs a couple of times because of his pace. He's just raced back and made a couple of decent tackles. He's got 11 on tackling, so it's not too bad. But unfortunately, that red card did kind of kill any hope of us getting back into this game. Although there was some false hope from Craig Palmer because he got his first goal of the season. So it's nice to get him off the mark. Dibba played it into Palmer, and it was a lovely finish, but they did score in the 90th minute to properly kill the game off. However, a 2-1 win at home to Charlton Athletic, one of the team's favourites to get into the playoffs. And of course an ex-Premier League team not too long ago. And we took a 2-goal lead. First of all, Spencer Drury in the 25th minute. And we did dominate possession once again in this game. 58%, 17 shots. It was a joy to behold. This is a cracking goal from Drury. He doesn't score many from outside the box. That was a brilliant, brilliant goal. And then Larry Udder in the 49th minute, I think this was his first goal of the season. Well, it would be, yeah. His first goal of the season. Stephen Dean, who I will talk about in a little bit more detail in a bit, because he has been truly phenomenal for us. Larry Udder with the finish. 2-2 draw against Accrington Stanley, not a bad result at all. They took a goal lead. Spencer Drury and Udder with the goals once again. We actually turned it around to make it 2-1, but Fuat Kachar was unbelievably good in the first half. That was a lovely header from Udder. Drury ran onto it to make it 1-1, and then Udder did make it 2-1, but they actually had the chance to go 2 goals up. I mean, they had the chance to go more than 2 goals up in the first half. They were all over us, and I had to make changes. It just wasn't working. And it ended up being quite an equal game, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, but they did score a 66th minute equaliser. But look at this save. Fuat Kachar was so good. Apparently Kachar is the correct way to pronounce it, so I'm pleased with that. But yeah, look at this. Great save from the penalty. Flipped up straight away as well. I'm not really doing... Well, I haven't done a player diaries feature for a long time. I'm not quite sure it was working how I really wanted it to, but perhaps we will focus on a little bit of analysis here and there. But I think the player diaries feature doesn't quite work now because, look at that save, cracking save. Mainly because all the players are now full-time. It was a bit more fun when they were part-time. We had some other interests for the players, like their day job was working in a fish and chip shop, for example. But now, of course, they're all full-time players. They're proper footballers, and they're turning into these generic footballer human beings, I guess. Not the case for everyone, though. Jack Young still got his plumbing business, of course. 1-1 draw against Birmingham City at home. That was a decent draw. They did take the lead in the first minute, but we managed to push forwards. I went a bit more direct rather than just... We've been playing possession football this season after that Bradford game, but I went more direct, and we managed to get the equaliser. And it was a Stephen Dean free kick. He has been truly brilliant at the start of this season. His average rating is off the charts, and that was his first goal of the season, but it wasn't his last. We did unfortunately lose 2-1 away from home against Doncaster Rovers. They took a lead through Paul Mohammed, who we've had a look at in the past. He's a decent looking striker. I wonder if he's related to Joe Mohammed. He's not, no. Larry Udder did get the equaliser for us in the 51st minute. Reece Walker pumping it up the pitch to Udder, who lost the header. Then in came Guillermo Diaz into Spencer Drury. It was a tackle, and Udder found the corner for his third goal of the season. But in the 87th minute, they managed to get a winner. So it was heartbreaking in the end. I don't think we deserved to lose that game, which it was a little bit annoying. We managed to win our first Checkatrade Trophy game of the season, and it was a very late goal that helped us win it. Spencer Drury took the lead in the 60th minute. This was the goal then. Udder into to Brady Chick, and Spencer Drury, top right-hand corner, playing as the advanced forward to get his third goal of the season. It was Brady Chick with the assist. Yahya, he got sent off again. What is he doing? Second yellow card of the game. So Zelis picked up a little bit of a knock, and Frank Mulhern scored in the 62nd minute. So Zelis is my cup keeper, by the way. So unfortunately, he conceded 3 against Swindon, and he conceded 1 today against Plymouth. But Brady Chick with a 91st minute winner, despite the fact we were down to 10 men. Let's have a look at this one then. Spencer Drury putting the cross in, and it's a great header at the near post off the crossbar. He scores some crucial goals for us in maybe the lesser games, mainly. We followed that up with another win in the league, and it was another free kick from that man Stephen Dean. Our right back was solid last season, not spectacular, but this season he's been unbelievably good. Look at the Snake Pit going wild. Look at the Jack Young stand. They're loving it. They really are. And if we look at average rating wise, 7.44 from his 8 games this season. That's really good. 4 man of the matches. The only player in our team to win a man of the match. He's got 1 assist. Everyone's sharing the assist this season. And goals wise, he is third top goal scorer behind Udder and Drury. So, like I said, we're taking on Exeter City away from home today. And this is the team I'm going with. Fuat Kachai's been pretty solid since coming into the first team, keeping Zelis out of the team. Stephen Dean, of course, at right back. Danny Byers back from injury. He's not had the best start to the season though, but he's playing alongside Reece Walker, who has had a good season. We're sticking with Yahya at left back, even though he keeps getting sent off. We've got Dibba, Marlowe and Diaz in the middle. That's the 3 I'm going with. Garber's on the bench. Palmer, Udder and Drury up front. Udder and Drury are in form. We need to get Palmer scoring though, because last season of course he was fantastic, but he always seems to have a slow start to the season. We've got Orford back from injury. He didn't have a very good first game of the season, but perhaps he can improve upon that today. Luke Holland's been playing a few games in the under-23s. I'm still hopeful he can be our main ball-winning midfielder this season. Let's get on with this then. Thank you once again for all the lovely comments on episode 77, the first episode of this League One campaign. There's some really supportive guys out there, so thank you very much. And thank you to everyone that's continuing to send in graphics, new logos, new kits, etc. Everyone seems to like the new kits for this year. I certainly do. George the Cat especially likes the third kit, of course. Here we go then. We're in Exeter, in the southwest. I've never been to Exeter. One day I would like to go to. I've been to Devon. I've not been to Cornwall. I've been to Dorset many times. But the southwest is a little bit unknown to me. I guess I went down that way on holiday when I was little, but we never went to Cornwall. And Devon, I think once or twice, but it's a beautiful part of the country. Yahaya's picked up a yellow card already. Maybe I should tell him to ease off the tackles. It's been a boring half. To be honest, this season might be a little bit less exciting because what I'm doing is we're playing. Oh, actually, I've turned off the retain possession tactic because it's not been that effective. No highlights in that first half. Yaha, he's looking ill-disciplined. Maybe I should take him off for Charlie Lofts and go for the more defensive option there. Defensive fullback. Let's play him. I'm going to have to tell Yaha to just hold it back a little bit. Otherwise we're going to end up with millions of red cards this season. Let's go a bit more direct. Here come Exeter early on in the second half then. Looking dangerous. Looking very dangerous. But Futkachar makes a save. And it's a corner. Whipped in. Can we head it away? It's over everyone's head. Anderson on the ball, but Stephen Dean does well block. I think that was Stephen Dean. Might have been someone else, I don't know. Anyway, here is Stephen Dean. No, this is Stephen Dean. Of course, running down the right. Lovely ball over the top for Craig Park. Oh, it's a foul. What happened? I don't know. I'm a bit confused. But we've won a free kick in a pretty dangerous situation. And Stephen Dean can whip a good ball in, hopefully. There's no card. Come on, Stephen Dean. Good free kick, please. Crosses it in. Headed away, and that was pretty poor in the end. And now I can't say Exeter. Exeter, there we go. They tried to counter-attack. And they're keeping hold of the ball here. Get in there, guys. Come on. You're just letting them play. Charlie Lofts, though. Hero from the first game against Bradford. Spencer Dree all the way over top for Craig Palmer. What's he going to do? He puts it across. Scores! 1-0. Let's just change that to standard rather than attacking. Good start to the second half for us. And we're up to second place as it stands. This is quite unbelievable, really. I'm going to take Spencer Drury off. We're going to bring on Lee Orford. And I'm actually going to take Diaz off. He's quite tired. We'll bring on Mohamed Garba in the middle. He's done all right. Nothing spectacular from him. And that's probably why he's not really a Brentford regular. That's why they've loaned him out. But I don't know if he's going to be a first choice for us either. Because Diaz, Dibber and possibly Marlowe or Holland in the middle is our best option, I think. I guess Garber, he can play defensive midfield. Maybe he could play in the middle, but I don't think he's a ball-winning midfielder, really. This has been a very boring game. Let's just hold on to possession for the last few minutes and kill this game off. You just get these games sometimes where nothing happens. It's very strange, but I'm not complaining because we've won 1-0. There we go. I know someone in the comment section on episode 77 did say there's probably going to be a lot more 1-0s this season. We're in third place on 14 points after 7 games. That's quite remarkable. I've said that word quite a lot today, but remarkable really is a very apt word. I didn't show the coaching staff in the last episode. So this is the current coaching team at Regen Rovers. Of course, there's still me as manager. And the highest wage is actually Shane Andrew, one of our coaches, though. He probably is our best coach. Looking at him, he's very technically gifted. Level of discipline's very high. Getting the whip out. Coaches I do like, though, are Niels Bruggink. He's pretty good. Dutch coach. And Job van der Lille. I've probably murdered those pronunciations. I apologise to any Dutch people watching. But we've got a few different nations in here now, of course. We've actually got a chief doctor, Pete Reiki, which we can't look at. I kind of feel like I'm wasting my money on the under-18s because we've got Steve Raven and Henk Kieftenbeld, another Dutch guy. But our under-18s are so bad. There's only 3, technically. All the others are grade up players. I'm kind of wasting my money training them because they're not going to be good enough. I would love to improve my youth team at some point, but I don't think it's going to happen. Financially, we're not too bad off because the ground maintenance was only £3,000 in the summer. Someone pointed out it's probably the ground maintenance is probably things like training facilities that we've improved over the years. I assumed the money would come out when the training facilities finish, like in October, but it may be at the end of the season that the money comes out. Which is why we didn't have much last season, because we haven't improved the stadium. Anyway, the finances are okay. Minus 49 grand. It's been a lot worse in the past. So it's not too bad. And we're getting much better attendances this season. So hopefully we will make the money back. I forgot to say, I've actually signed a couple of players at the end of the transfer window. Colin McGugan was the first one to come in. Another Northern Irish player. He's a striker, and he looks good. He looks really good. He's probably good enough for my first team now, but part of the deal was that he'll be loaned back to, Portadown for the rest of the season, which will definitely help his development because he's scoring goals there. That's really helping improve him. He's only 19 years old. He's only just turned 19 as well. So I've got high hopes for him, actually, next season especially, when he comes back to us. And he was only signed for 2k, plus the fact that I had to loan him back, which is fine. It's nothing, really. And another Northern Irish player. We just seem to be finding lots of good Northern Irish players. I've sent my scouts over there, and they're finding lots of players. A lot of people have been asking, how do I find regens? Well, I will do a video on it. I have shown you a few tricks. But I will do a video. I want to do a pre-season special where I show you most of the pre-season and what I'm doing, so you can have a look to see what I am actually doing behind the scenes, I suppose. Under 23s are continuing to do well this season, despite the fact I've got rid of quite a few players. You can see, friendly-wise, we did pretty well. We won 7-2 against Dover. We beat Wealdstone 7-1. Joe Mohammed got a hat-trick. We then beat Oxford United 7-1. Bradley Berry with a couple goals. Orford with a hat-trick. 1-1 draw against Woking, and a 2-0 win against Constonian just now. Dan Ormsby scored. Jonathan Edwards has picked up a gashed lower leg. That sounds pretty painful. Ipswich Town then, at home, and that brings me on to Paul's big day out. Yes, I've gone for Southwold. It's not Ipswich. I've not actually been to Ipswich, but I've been to a few different places in Suffolk in my life, and Southwold was a place that we always would go on holiday to when I was little. I went camping there with my parents and my grandparents many times, nearly every year for a few years, probably between the age of 5 and 10 or 11, I guess. We did go there regularly. A nice little campsite. It wasn't the best facilities campsite, but it was nice because it was a short walk to the beach. It wasn't too far into the town. It was a nice stroll down to the dock, I guess, between Southwold and Walberswick. Nice fish and chips down there. Oh, it's a lovely little town, so I really would recommend going there one day. It's such a beautiful, picturesque place. Nice lighthouse. You've got the cannons on the hill. Oh, it just reminds me of childhood. It's one of my favourite places, and I really want to go back there soon because I probably haven't been since I was about maybe 13, maybe, I don't know. It's a long time. Okay then. This match against Ipswich, looking for revenge. I'm sticking with Yahya at left back, but I'm going to ask him to ease off the tackles. Try and get less yellow cards, please, Yahya. Maybe I should try Garber in the middle. He's not a ball-winning midfielder. In fact, he's only got tackling of 7. That's maybe not the best idea. I'm going to try him there. Marlowe's not been that great. Let's try Garber there and see how it works. That's the only change I'm going to make to the lineup. We're sticking with Palmer, Udder and Drury up front. Palmer needs to... He obviously got the assist for Udder, but I want him to get his scoring boots on. Kevin Miguel is not particularly happy. He wanted to go out on loan, but everyone coming in for him wanted him as a backup, and I just don't see the point in sending him out as a backup when he's a backup for me. Ipswich are favourites, but they're not having the greatest start to the season, so this is our opportunity to push on and defeat them. They've got some decent players, but we're looking for revenge. Come on, start match. The Jack Young stand, they're going wild over that side. I guess we'll have to expand the stadium again if we get to the Premier League. I don't think, maybe the Championship you need a bigger stadium, I'm not 100% sure. But the Premier League for certain. I think you need, I know Bournemouth are meant to be expanding their stadium, aren't they? But it's taken a while. Here's Dibber! Oh, 1-0. What a start to the game. 3 minutes in. It was a beautiful interplay between our players. And Patrick Dibber running through to slam it home. He's got a powerful strike on him, hasn't he? Let's have a look at this again. It was into Udder, into Spencer Drury. Back to Udder. Little through ball. Dibber wasn't even looking at the ball and he knew it was just at his feet. And he blasted it home for 1-0. What a great start to this game. Ipswich on the attack straight away, though. Looking for an equaliser, but Fukacar calmly collects that one. And now pumps it up the pitch to Udder, who does really well. It's through to Spencer Drury, who's tackled. And let's go to counter. Ipswich will be pushing forwards now, looking for an equaliser. Let's be sensible. Oh, that's a wayward header from Danny Bye. And here comes Hornby, but Garber does well, actually. Spencer Drury into Udder. Through to Craig Palmer. Craig Palmer! Oh, it should have been a goal. That is an awful miss from Craig Palmer. Last season, that would have been in the back of the net. He's got 15 on finish, and he has to be sticking that away. That's poor. Really poor. And here come Ipswich. What a tackle by Reece Walker. And, oh, he's done it again. He's won the ball back. It's into Craig Palmer, who finds Larry Udder, who can find Spencer Drury. 1-on-1. He scores. He's more consistent this season. That's his 4th goal of the season. 2-0. Oh, we're getting revenge here. Larry Udder with another assist as well. It's a delightful little lobbed through ball. And Spencer Drury sticks it under the diving keeper, who came out like a crab. I don't know what he was doing diving that early in the air. Here's Yahya. Through to Larry Udder. Can we make it 3? Diaz. Larry Udder, who's been brilliant. Mohamed Garba. Diaz. Spencer Drury. Larry Udder. Goal! 3-0. He gets a deserved goal. It's his 5th goal of the season. He's back from his severe injury with a bang. Oh, and it's a lovely assist from Spencer Drury round the corner, but that's a great finish. Keeper should be doing better at the near post. It's just, look at that. His hand's just, it's like a dandelion. And we're top of the table. Unbelievable. How are we doing this? I just don't understand. My players are good, obviously. The game just doesn't seem to think so. Maybe it's Creator Club, it's inbuilt that we should finish bottom every season, and that's 4-0. Larry Udder. What are we doing? 27th minute, we're completely murdering Ipswich Town. It's not great for you guys that support Ipswich, I'm afraid. It's not good viewing. But, wow, we're being clinical. And we're murdering the tractor boys. We've basically got a combine harvester and just ran the tractors over. Smashed right through them. Well, keep it up. 2 goals for Udder and 2 assists. 2 assists for Spencer Drury and a goal for Patrick Dibber, of course. This is unbelievable. I'm going to bring... Actually, we should leave Craig Palmer on because we're playing so well, then maybe he will get a goal. Mohamed Garba's playing well in the middle. Everyone is just playing magnificently. Let's start the second half. There's no need to make any changes. We'll keep it on counter because Ipswich... Will they continue to try and come forward and get a goal? Or are they just going to try and make it finish 4-0 now? Maybe. The Snake Pit are going wild. Futkachar blasts it up the pitch. Palmer does well to head it on. There's no one there, of course, but maybe he can close Clark down. It's battered up the pitch. Garba does well. Here's Udder. Tackled. Here's Craig Palmer. Craig Palmer! He does get his goal. That's 5-0. This is truly brilliant from us. Ah, and he's gone over to the other corner, which we haven't named. Oh, what a goal. Lovely finish from Craig Palmer. Bloody hope my game doesn't crash now after this match. That would be awful. I'm going to... Garba's had a brilliant game. I'm going to take him off though because he's a little bit tired. And I will bring on Luke Holland, who is tired himself from the Under-23 game, but I want to give him some time in the middle there. I will take Craig Palmer off now. He's got his goal. I'm going to bring on Lee Orford. I want him to get on the score sheet as well. This is proper revenge, isn't it? I don't understand how we've done this. Diaz is going to come off. I'm going to throw on... In fact, I'm going to take off Stephen Dean, who's once again having a brilliant game, 8.4. Bring on Tim Green at right back, give him some game time. This is one of the best wins of the series. It really is. 5-0 against Ipswich. They've beaten us twice in the last 2 years. Diaz has picked up a facial injury, which isn't great. Are they going to get a consolation goal? Oh, it's off the... I think Futkachar managed to stop it, or it hit the post or something. And we survived that attack. They've actually had 4 half chances. And this is going to be the final whistle. Are they going to get a last gasp goal? I don't think so. This will be the whistle. Yes, 5-0 win at the Regen Rovers Stadium. The fans go wild. Hit that like button for this impressive win, guys. Wow. No words. I can't explain how we did so well in that game. And we've won. That was our first 5-0 win of the series. Because I've just picked up an achievement saying your team won a competitive match by at least 5 goals. So that's the first time we've won by 5 goals in the entire series. I'm going to send Diaz to our doctor. So he's out for just 2 to 3 days. And we are top of the table. We're top of the table in style. What a win. After 8 games, we've won 5 games. And we've only lost 1. We're on 17 points. This could be another promotion campaign, guys. Stephen Dean's top of the average rating list. He's won 5 Man of the Match awards. Oh wait, he won another one. Did he win the one against Exeter as well? Yeah, he must have done 7.7. Wow, that's I just can't explain it. Udder's top goal scorer as well with 6 goals. Spencer Drew's picked up 4. He's on form. Assists wise, Udder and Drury go up to 3 each now. Wow, this is just stupid, but amazing at the same time. So, well, the next game, trying to get my head together. We've got Swindon, so we're looking for revenge against them. Then Carlisle United, Plymouth, Northampton, Luton, Scunthorpe. I'll probably take on Southend because it's a local team to where I grew up, of course, in Chelmsford, and Coventry City. Yeah, let's go for that. Thank you for watching today's episode. Please smash that like button. I've said that 3 times, but please do. And I will see you in the next episode.